Always here, always helping.
Great food made fresh with the best ingredients possible under the direction of Chef George is what you'll find at the newly remodeled J&P Mexican Grill in Mangum. Now, if you haven't tried the Mexican and American favorites at J&P Mexican Grill, what are you waiting for? They're open Tuesday through Saturday for lunch, dinner, featuring homemade desserts. For takeout, call 580-706-5042 and like them on Facebook. J&P Mexican Grill in Mangum.
Hello, this is Ashley Slayton, family nurse practitioner with the JCMH Family Care Clinic in Mangum. We are friendly hometown folks and treat patients of all ages, newborns through adults, for wellness and sick visits, as well as management of chronic illnesses such as diabetes and high blood pressure. Call the clinic in Mangum at 580-782-3393 for an appointment today.
Jackson County Memorial Hospital.
The Mangum Tag Agency is easy to find at 108 East Pierce Street in Mangum. When you need license tags, registration, driver's license renewal, pipe passes, or real ID, Tom and Cynthia Clark are there for you, and they can help you at the Mangum Tag Agency at 580-782-3004, 782-3004.
We yell loud and proud because we love the Mangum Tigers. This is the Tigers through and through. Once you're a Tiger, you're always a Tiger. And Cattleman's Bank is Tiger proud.
Well, good afternoon and welcome back to Classic Hits 97.7 as we get set for the second half of our day-night doubleheader, if you will. Earlier today, we had the Mangum Lady Tigers losing in the first ball game of the 14th annual Merritt Classic Basketball Tournament and turned back behind Canute. And now they know they will face Moreland tomorrow at 12:40 in a consolation semifinal matchup. That ball game will get underway, as we said, at about 12:40, and we'll have it for you here on Classic Hits 97.7 as it will be Moreland and Mangum. Meantime, the Tigers set to do battle with the Bulldogs of Hooker, perennial power in Class 2A basketball. We have seen them over the years. They have put some outstanding ball clubs out on the court, and we have seen them, as we mentioned, in this tournament. Todd Kerr has taken his team to the state tournament more than one time. Now, this is a different look that Hooker has. It is a young basketball team. They do come in ranked in the top 20. The OSSA rankings had them at number 13 in Class 2A. They come in with a record of 4-3, and kind of like Mangum, they start their basketball season a little bit later than others do, simply because they hope to be playing football late into November and early December. So a bit of a slow start for them. They're kind of getting their sea legs, and as we mentioned, talking to some of the guys from Hooker, they tell me that this is a young basketball team, and again, they're getting their sea legs, learning to play the game as a group. But when we had that conversation with the gentleman from Hooker, there was a gleam in his eye, not necessarily concerning this year, but the next couple of years. They should be loaded and ready to go. As we mentioned earlier today, it was Mangum losing in the opening ball game to Canute. Canute and Hooker will play in one championship semifinal tomorrow as Hooker beat Moreland 35-17. The other game completed on the girls' half of the bracket had Turpin beating Frederick 57-39. So the Oklahoma Panhandle well represented here with Hooker and Turpin doing so well. Yet to come tonight on the girls' side of the bracket, it'll be Merritt and Hollis, the final game on that side of the bracket. Meantime, over on the boys' side, Canute outlasting Moreland 38-37. Bearcats had a chance at the buzzer to win it. A good look. Shot wouldn't go down. 38-37. Canute advances. They'll take on Turpin. Turpin turned back Frederick 70-65 in a ball game that really wasn't close until the very end, and then suddenly it got close. Quick timeout. Starting lineups at OV Tap. Coming up, Classic Hits 97.7.
First National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Mangum Tiger Athletics. At First National Bank, supporting our schools and athletic programs is our top priority. We appreciate and support our community through and through. At First National Bank, you can hear us roar. Go Tigers! We wish you a season of great success. First National Bank and Trust Company, your bank for life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And welcome back as we get sent for the Bearcats and the Bulldogs, as Hooker will be in their home white uniforms with the blue numerals and the blue trim. They'll matriculate on the left end of your listening and or viewing device. Meantime, Snyder I got Snyder on my mind after Tuesday night. Mangum in their road black uniforms with the silver numerals and the orange trim, and it will be jumping center Nate Hidalgo for Hooker, and his opposite number is Nate Augustine. They are set to go as we put 8 minutes up on the clock, and this ball game is underway. Tap going to be controlled underneath the basket by Mangum, and Ian Martinez puts up a shot and immediately has it blocked away from behind. So a quick beginning and a good look for Mangum early on, but they couldn't get it to go down. That was a theme on Tuesday night at Snyder. And Hidalgo will go inside. Nobody can match up with that young man, and Nate will get the first two of the ball game. And Hooker on top 2-0. Bulldogs going to come out in full court pressure defense. Ball bobbled momentarily, and a quick timeout going to be taken. We're not even 30 seconds deep into the ball game, and Nathan Pennypacker says I've seen enough. 7:35 with the first 2-0. Back after this, Classic Hits 97.7.
Mangum Golden Age Apartments offer HUD-approved housing for anyone 62 or older or on Social Security disability. They have one bedroom and efficiencies which include all bills paid, including Wi-Fi. Mangum Golden Age Apartments are located at 100 East Lincoln, right on the downtown square in Mangum. Call Brenda at 580-782-2452 for more information.
Well, we didn't even really have the opportunity to talk about the fact that Mangum coming off a very lethargic performance on Tuesday night, scoring 24 points in that ball game in that loss to Snyder. And 25 seconds in, Nathan Pennypacker says, we're not going to have another Tuesday night here. He lit a little fire during that timeout. Valerie Dreyer says, let's go, boys, and good evening. Or, it's still afternoon. We'll go good afternoon, Valerie Dreyer. Aiden Warner is out there, and a 5-second violation going to be called on Aiden as he could not break the defense of Keelan Robinson. So a turnover for the Tigers, and we haven't even set the starting lineups. 7:19 left in quarter number one. Bulldogs, as we mentioned, working on the left end of your listening and or viewing device. It's Cleet Martin's going inside. His shot won't go down. Hidalgo with the Martin will get it and put it up and in. To foray, and the second one went down, and early on it's 4-0. Warner out there along with Colton Earl. 5, Ian Martin. Pressure defense all over the floor by Todd Kerr's club. It is a hallmark of his team. We have seen him, as we mentioned, several years here at Merritt at this tournament, and also our time up at Woodward at K101 Radio, and we had the chance to do Hooker Bowl games there, and this is just what he has his clubs do. Cami Pineda is tuned in. Hello, Cami. Good to have you alongside. 6:20 and running in the first period of play. Off the opening tap, Mangum, a great look, couldn't get the ball to go down, and since then they have struggled to even get near the basket. It's Earls, Colton crossing over and getting the ball picked out of his pocket and quickly into the front court. Here comes Jackson Parker. Parker, a big, wide-bodied kid. They'll leave it in the corner for Martins. He'll force, put it up, didn't get it to go, but got grabbed on the arm. And he will go to the line to shoot two. That's probably, and it is, going to be on Colton Earls. Number one on Colton and number one on Mangum. So at the free throw line to shoot two, Cleet Martins. Martins along with Parker and Hidalgo, Keelan Robinson and Braxton Burge. The starting five for Todd Kerr's team. First free throw spinning in and out for Martins, and Cleet will get one more. As we mentioned, they are 4-3 on the year, number 13 in 2A. Mangum, meantime, with that loss on Tuesday night, fell below 500 at 3-4. Second free throw no good, and a trend that we have seen no matter who we've been playing is free throw shooting is at a premium. Ian Martinez kicks right side. That's a three for Earls. Good look. Didn't get it to go. Boxing out and getting the rebound there. Parker, you're just not going to get around that big, thick body. How many big bodies have we seen early on this season, right? Kid the other night from Snyder, the kid from Burns, Flatdale City, and now this guy from Hooker. Three ball on the way. Spins in, out, wouldn't fall for Robinson. Long rebound. Tracked down by Nate Augustine, and Mangum at the 5:20 mark will bring it across the timeline looking for their first points of the ball game. They trail 4-0. Pleasure to have you folks alongside here this afternoon. Some of you probably on your way home from work. It's been a businessman's work day for me today. One of the joys of being able to work remotely with our job with DHS. Get a scrum down below the basket. There's a couple of bodies in there fighting for the basketball. I think they're going to call a foul here, and they do, on Nate Augustine. He and Hidalgo are getting after it, and it could have gone either way, but they got Augustine. Number 1 on Nate, number 2 called on Mangum. 4:55 left in the first quarter of play. An early 4-0 lead for the Bulldogs of Hooker. 15-footer Martins, front of the iron, didn't go. Hidalgo there to clean it up and put it up and in. And again, he is long, he is lean. He's like a lot of kids we have seen over the years from Hooker. And if you don't put a body on him, he's going to kill you. Just a fresh, I checked that back. He's a sophomore. Double dribble going to be called now on Aiden Warner out in the open floor as Fran Lively has joined us. Hello, Fran. First substitution of the afternoon, Omar Gomez will come into the ballgame now for this group from Hooker. Gomez taking the place of the aircraft carrier Jackson Parker. 4:30 left in the first. And the ball knocked out of the hands of Keelan Robinson. Good defense by the Tigers that time. Haley Gale Panetta has joined us. Hello, Haley. Earls into the front court. He'll come near side to Aiden. Warner hounded, so he'll give it up to Bernal. Daniel trying to clear space. Can't do it. Augustine has it behind the arc. Lobs inside to Martinez. He'll get undercut. Foul on the floor called on Omar Gomez. That'll be number 1 on Gomez, and number 1 called against the Bulldogs. So good ball movement there by Mangum as they pounded inside. Martinez had position, but he got an undercut as he went up for the basketball. Ian now will inbound underneath his own glass. He'll come immediately to Earls. Colton, as Mangum swings it around to the other side of the court. It's a slashing move by Earls on the pass from Warner. Doesn't get it to go. Hidalgo the rebound and a run out now for Hooker. They've got a 2-on-1 fast break. Scoop shot good. Nice move there by Cleet Martins as he and Gomez ran the floor. Martins has got 4. It's 8-0. Hooker on top of Mangum. Martinez trying to answer. He comes into the front court, going to challenge now. Hidalgo will turn him back. Warner gets it at the right hash mark and a reset now for Mangum. Frenetic defense by Hooker, and it is causing problems early on for the Tigers. Earls will back it out. Colton comes down to Aiden in the corner. Bounce pass inside Martinez, and he'll spin, shoot, and score. Good job by Ian. Tough pass, a nice pass by Colton in the paint. All right, check that by Aiden in the paint. But a great catch there by Martinez and a better job of body control to get that shot off. Martin's now going to go baseline. He'll blow right past Martinez, but then he throws up an air ball. And the rebound by Warner. Run out now for Earls. Quickly into the front court with 3 minutes left in the first quarter of play. Mangum down by a half a dozen, 8-2. Augustine on the baseline, left side. A reset out high now to Warner. Mangum patient. No need to get into a hurry here. Give, go, glass, and got it. Great two-man game there. Martinez and Augustine, and Nate will lay it in for the first 2 of the ball game. That cuts the Hooker lead in half at 8-4. 2:35 left in the first quarter of play. Martin's on the right side. He won't take the 3 this time because Warner right in his back pocket. Trace Duncan, first touch of the afternoon, will reverse now and go to Martins. Now Mangum turning up their defensive effort this trip down the floor. It took them a minute to get on track, but once they finally got that first bucket on Martinez's nice body control and move, seemed to give them a little bit of a lift. 3 ball now, right side. Duncan couldn't get it to go. Long rebound by Ian. Martinez going to bring it across the timeline. Wanted to run. Numbers weren't there. Slows it down now to Warner. Up to the Martinez can't handle that pass. Warner outside. Turnover going to be back now. It was into the game for the Bulldogs. Comes Slade Stalder. And Stalder will place coach's kid. And then Stalder, of course, is the coach of the girls team, and he's a good one. They go inside to Hidalgo. He's going to get grabbed on the arm. That's 2 now on Nate Augustine. It's a tough matchup for Augustine with the length of Hidalgo. 3 team fouls, by the way, on Mangum. Minute 45 left in the first. They trail 8-4. Skip it over the top to Robinson. Keelan now will go here on the wing to Duncan. Trace back to Martins for 3, and he got that one to go down. Cleet Martins been a scoring machine here in this first quarter of play. Martins with 7 of his club's 11. And it's an 11-4 ball game with a minute 25 remaining, and Hidalgo will come up with a loose basketball. And again, Hooker wants to run. Wild shot put up there, and the prayer was answered not in the shot for Omar Gomez, but the foul that was committed by the Tigers, bailing Gomez out. Team foul number 4 called on Mangum. That'll be the first on Daniel Bernal. It is a shooting foul to add misery to that play. So a couple of free throws here. Anderson, by the way, will come in after the first of 2 free throws, which rattles around the rim and goes in for Gomez. Omar will get one more. Augustine, we talked about those 2 fouls. We talked about that matchup inside, and he's got a set. 12-4 ball game, minute 19 left of the first. Second one on the way, no good. Long rebound, dug out in the corner by Hidalgo, but Warner came up with a basketball for Mangum. Tigers wanted to run, and again, you avoid that pressure defense if you can get down the floor. The trouble is the Bulldogs have been running with them stride for stride each time. 60 seconds left in the first. Bernal out near the timeline, giving up the dribble, needs some help. Watch that 5-second count, and he'll get it here on the near side to Earls. Colton draws the double team. Martinez open at the free throw line. His 15-footer off the back of the iron, and the long rebound collected by Nate Hidalgo. He's got a bunch of them already. Quickly into the front court, and here comes Omar Gomez, who hit those 1 of 2 free throws a moment ago. Gomez defense reset out top now to Duncan. Lob over the top, caught by Slater. And 3 ball on the way, no good. In traffic, Stalter with a rebound, and Stalter going to go to the line to shoot 2. Get a foul on the Tigers and check it for Mangum. He pulled it on Bo Anderson. That'll be number 1 on Bo, and team foul number 5 already against Mangum. 23. 12-4 ball game. Stalter, first of 2, goes. Slade will get one more. Talk about a young man. He was just born to play basketball, right? I mean, there's just no doubt about it. 13-4, second one on the way. Good. So Stalter hit them both, and he's given his club a 14-4 lead. 15 seconds left, first quarter of play. Martinez flying across the timeline, kicks left side to Earls. Now reset to Aiden. Warner down to 10 seconds. Great bounce pass there to Martinez. He'll put it on the floor, try to create. Fall away over Hidalgo. Hidalgo may have gotten a piece of that. And the rebound taken away by Gomez. Gomez trying to beat the clock. Fires at the buzzer. It was halfway down. Would have counted had it gone. 14-4. We've played 1. Mangum down by 10. We're back after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
When you need auto repairs, save money and get it done right at Dwayne's Auto in Mangum. Dwayne's fixes flats, does brake jobs, turns rotors, alignments, that all-important air conditioning work, and general auto repair. If your car or truck isn't right, just head to Dwayne's Auto at 1205 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. Call 782-5151. That's 782-5151. Mangum Tiger proud.
333 Dental Care in Mangum is the dental practice of Dr. Dustin Lively. His experience, skill, and compassion go together when providing exceptional, up-to-date patient care. Dr. Lively and his team of professionals are proud to help you with the best dental care possible, along with preventive care that will result in a beautiful, long-lasting smile. Call 580-782-2552 or visit the team at 333 Dental Care. They support the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
Shelley Fox, Michael Barnes, and a veritable cast of thousands at the 14th Annual Merritt Basketball Tournament, a Coaches versus Cancer event, which we always appreciate. And if you're going to make your way to the tournament at any time over the next 3 days, make sure you go around and see some of the folks that are being played for, whether it's in memory or in beating cancer. Some awesome stuff there. 14-4, Mangum trailing at the end of 1. Clayton Martin's leading the way for Hooker. He had 7, 2 apiece for Augustine and Martinez for the Tigers. Bulldogs get the basketball to begin period number 2, and that's Braxton Burge on the inbounds play. He'll come to Gomez. Omar, a little give and go, and that's an easy 2 for Keelan Robinson. He gets his first 2 of the ball game. Back out on the court as well, the big-bodied Jackson Parker, who set a nice pick there. Meantime, for Mangum, it's Aiden Warner, Bo Anderson, along with Colton Earls. We also see Odie Ellis in for the first time, and the ball going to be taken away and a run out here in an easy 2 for Robinson. A little two-man game and a fast break opportunity, and suddenly it's an 18-4 ball game. Nate Augustine back into the contest now for Mangum, playing with those 2 personal fouls. But again, if you're Nathan Pennypacker, one of your better players, you can't leave him on the bench. Already down by 14. 7:05 left in the first half of play. Tellis to Anderson. He's got it at the left hash mark. Little bounce pass popping out to Earls. Colton near side to Warner. Aiden, 3 ball. Back of the iron won't go. Good job by Tellis to try to keep that one alive as he was battling Braxton Burge. And I think they got Burge on a personal foul. That'll be team foul number 2 on the Bulldogs, and it will be the first of the evening on Braxton. Ian Martinez back into the ballgame now. Warner will sit down for the Tigers. Mangum, by the way, working on the right end of your listening and or viewing device in their road black uniforms with the, is it silver, is it gray, off-white? I don't know. They got orange trim. How about that? I'm a dude. Come on, give me a break. I have a lovely shade of pink on today, by the way. It's a Coaches versus Cancer event. 6:40 left in the first half of play. Cassie Anderson liked it, so there you go. Ball thrown away, steal, run out, Burge. Braxton lays it up and in. And another timeout going to be exercised here by Nathan Pennypacker. His club trails at 20-4. 6:34 left in the half. We're back after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
Fresh floral arrangements created here in Mangum are the hallmark of owner Darla Hately at Flowers Unlimited. Remember that fresh flowers are a very personal and special gift that is so cherished when delivered for birthdays and anniversaries. She might say, you shouldn't have, but she'll be delighted. Flowers Unlimited. Call local at 580-782-2122. That's 782-2122. Flowers Unlimited in Mangum.
Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 is your certified Firestone tire dealer and also a proud supporter of the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. When you need tires, we're specialty trained and equipped to take care of you. Lyle Shaw and his crew at Blair Tire and Feed wish the Tigers lots of luck in today's game. And always remember, play smart, play safe, play hard, and play with pride. And good luck from everyone at Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 in Blair, Oklahoma.
Well, if I got my calendar correct and my memory bank as well, it was 3 weeks ago tonight that terrible northerner blew through, right? And it was like 57 degrees below zero. Yeah. Weather is so delightful, lovely, delicious now. Sell my clothes, I'm going to heaven. I mean, that's how nice it is out there. And I looked at the forecast the next couple of weeks. It's supposed to stay that way. Out of the timeout, Mangum nearly turns the ball over. And some of that hair is beginning to evaporate for Nathan Pennypacker, and that stays is beginning to look like mine, quite gray. Bo Anderson hands the ball at the right hash mark, and again, that defense just all over Mangum. They started guarding the Tigers when they got off the bus, stepping through Earls. Tough shot there from Colton, right elbow, doesn't get it to go, and the rebound going to be collected by Cleet Martins. Martins going to bring it across the timeline himself. 20-4 ball game. Martins kick over the top, 3-ball dialed up here. Robinson's shot won't go, and the rebound collected by Earls. Good job by Colton blocking out and getting the loose basketball. 5:40 and running in the first half of play. Mangum and Hooker. Martinez out between the two circles. He'll go to Anderson. Bo to Odie. Now back to Earls. Wraparound pass. Martinez right side. Thought about the shot from behind the arc, but instead goes inside to Anderson. Had his shot blocked away, and the loose basketball going to be picked up by Keelan Robinson. Keelan going to go the length of the floor, put up the shot, doesn't get it to go. Rebounding the basketball, tapping it to himself, and then putting it up and in is Jackson Parker. First 2 of the ball game for Parker, and he'll make it a 22-4 ball game. 3 minutes gone by here in quarter number 2. Tigers continue to work hard, but it's just the length of Hooker, and it just seems like it's always that way with the Bulldogs. The length just makes it so hard to get good looks at shots. You spend so much energy trying to get a good look, and then suddenly somebody is swooping from nowhere to make you change it or block it. Nice move by Augustine inside. Nate with the left hand couldn't get it to go, and the rebound collected by Gomez. Gomez going to go the length of the floor and lay it up and in. Wow. And while Mangum can't buy a bucket, it is as big as the ocean right now. The basket and the net for this group from the Bulldogs. Great pass by Anderson to a wide open Nate Augustine underneath the basket, and that'll be the easiest two of the night for the Tigers. They trailed 24-6 with 4:10 left in the first half of play. Love the way they ran the floor there. Fell asleep defensively. Braxton Burge gets open inside, lays it up and in. He's got 4, and the lead 26-6 at the midway point of quarter number 2. Earls quickly into the front court. Nobody yelling wolf. Colton had the ball popped from behind, but able to dig it out in the corner is Martinez. Now Nate, left side, trying to bang his way inside. Can't sign. Earls down the tray and start hitting some of those outside shots. It will help tremendously being able to work the ball inside. 26-9, 3:20. To turn up the defense of the ball game. And the foul apparently was called after the shot was made, and I believe it was whistled against, and it was called on Hooker. Their third team foul. They got Brandon Burge with a push trying to get position. So the bucket counts, so does the foul. And with 3:03 left in the first half of play, Mangum is down by 20, 29-9. Earls into the front court. Colton going to slow things down. Hollis Tigers are in the house. They will play the final game of the night against the host school Merritt. Earl's going to get fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2 as he attacked the glass there. 2:49 left in this first half of play. 29-9 our ball game. Check the whistle. That'll be team foul number 6. No, I checked that. Team foul number 4 called against this group from Hooker. And the first of the afternoon. They tell us charged to Trace Duncan. First free throw by Earls is good. Colton will get one more. That one came up short. Ball tipped out near the timeline, and it'll be recovered by Hooker. They want to run, and attacking the glass and laying it up and in for 2 more is Slade Stalder. So Stalder gives his club a 21-point lead now, 31-10, 2:30 left in the first half of play. And again, just defense all over the floor by the Bulldogs. And, boy, a great catch by Bernal. Otherwise, that's a turnover. Good job by Daniel to go up and get it. Now Martinez between the 2 circles. He'll come to Rogers. And Avery checking in for the first time in the ballgame. Story about his dad, Mike, in a moment. 2:05 left of the first half of play. Mangum trailing 31-10. Good to have you alongside here on Classic Hits. 97.7. I don't know if we said hello to Amanda Johnson. If we did, well, we'll do it again. Augustine, ball fake, going to go inside. Had a shot blocked, got back. We'll get a jump. Yeah, that's the right call. We'll get a jump ball. And the arrow going to point the way of Mangum. Welcome to Sherry Shepard Kindle, who's joined us as well. The 153 mark in the first half. Mangum trailing 31-10. They inbound underneath their own basket. And Ian Martinez. Martinez trying to back down the defender. Puts up a wild shot. Doesn't get it to go. And Robinson with a rebound for the Bulldogs. Quickly into the front court. He'll come to Duncan. Duncan kicks right side. Robinson thought about the 3, and instead it will be, it is Robinson for the 3. Missed the shot. Didn't make any difference who took it. Rebounded, though, by the Bulldogs. Inside Stalder. Forces, doesn't get it to go. But a foul will be committed. And that should send Slade to the free throw line. It will. Team foul number 6 called Mangum, and it'll be the second of the contest on Daniel Bernal. First free throw, Slade will have one more. The line. His club leads at 30. 1:15 left here in the first half. Mangum down 32-10. Daniel Bernal pushed out near the timeline, giving up the dribble, needs some help. Watch the 5-second count. He'll get it to Augustine. Good job by Nate to go retrieve. And a reset now to Martinez. Earls will get it. And nowhere to go. He got a mismatch out high. Stalder out there with him. We talked about how long he is. That's Hidalgo, actually. Inside Augustine, he fires a pass that whistles through the hands of Bernal. I think Daniel's surprised. I think that he was like me, thought maybe Nate was going to go up for that shot that deep underneath the basket. Bernal will set. Aiden Warner will come back in. 48.2 left in this first half of play. 32-10, Bulldogs on top. They work left end of your listening and or viewing device. It's Martin's out high, nothing there. They'll reverse here on the near side and go to Elijah Gribbs, who has come into the ball game for the first time this afternoon. 3, left wing, knocked down, Slade Stalder. Stalder makes it a 35-10 contest. 20 seconds and running the first half of play. Loose basketball. Good play by Earls to go get it. Colton fakes the 3. Resets now to Martinez. Todd Kerr's up 35-10, and you can hear him from here. Furious with his club's lack of defensive effort there. Martinez fall-away jumper. Late whistle foul, and it was late in coming, but it's the right call. You can see it from here. Slade Stalder on the arm of Martinez. That'll be the first on Stalder. And 5 now, Cold against Hooker. So at the line to shoot 2. Ian Martinez. Martinez made the first 2 of the ball game on a tough shot and has not been able to score since. First of 2, no good. Ian will have 1 more. Tigers struggling for points. Only had 24 in that loss on Tuesday night at Snyder, and we're 4.8 seconds left in the first half here and have just 10. Second free throw makes it 11. Martinez 1 of 2. Bulldogs going to try to get 1 more shot off as time expires. They do. It counts if it goes, and it did. Clete Martins at the buzzer knocks it down to finish the half with 13 points and give his club a 38-11 lead. 38 on the board for the Bulldogs of Hooker, 11 for the Tigers of Mangum. You and I step aside. We're at the half, 38-11. Hooker in front of Mangum on Classic Hits 97.7.
Folks in Mangum know what to do when they need to quench a thirst, curb a hunger attack, or cool down with an ice cream. They just make The Loop at 918 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. The Loop, supporting the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
Something you should know about the Kendall Law Office. The Kendall Law Office is family-owned and local. They use up-to-date technology to ensure their productivity provides timely service to clients, and this always includes client access to our firm via email and text. Corey Kendall is experienced, hardworking, and honest. He always puts the client first, and all efforts are focused on the client's best interest. The Kendall Law Office, locations in Altus and Mangum.
Friends, it's important to take care of your eyes, so make an appointment soon with Dr. Michael Geiger in Altus, Seth Geiger in Frederick, and Bryce Geiger in Elgin, and a new addition to our staff, Dr. Maddie Rhodes. The Geigers are professionals and very good at what they do. Geiger Eye Care is proud to support youth and sponsor sporting events. They encourage you to attend all the events you can and be involved with our youth. Geiger Eye Care, Michael and Maddie in Altus, Seth in Frederick, and Bryce in Elgin. Make an appointment soon with Geiger Eye Care, Altus, Frederick, and Elgin.
We are a community of ongoing legacy and tradition. This is Lori Laughlin from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. We are so proud of the continued success of the Mangum Tigers on and off the field. Good luck on another exciting sports season, Tigers. Cattlemen's Bank is behind you all the way.
Welcome back to the 14th annual Merritt Classic Basketball Tournament. As we are at the half in the opening round ball game for the Mangum Tigers and the Bulldogs of Hooker, and Hooker out on top 38-11 at the intermission. It was 14-4 at the end of 1, and then the Bulldogs outscored Mangum 24-7 in that second frame. And again, they lead it 38-11 at the half. Check the numbers for the Tigers. Colton Earls and Nate Augustine each have 4 apiece at the half. And the other 3 points have been secured by Ian Martinez. Mangum from the foul line, 2 of 4. Got into a little bit of foul trouble early on as multiple fouls were picked up quickly by Nate Augustine and Daniel Bernal. But both those players have finished the half at 2 fouls apiece. So at this point, no foul issues for head coach Nathan Pennypacker. It's just point issues. At this juncture, they trail 38-11. On the other side of the ledger, good balance for Todd Kerr, 13 apiece, or actually 13 in that first half for Clete Martins, including the 3 at the buzzer. He had 3 threes in the half, 8 in the first half for Slade Stalder, who hit a 3 ball of his own, and then give 4 apiece to Braxton Burge, Keelan Robinson, Nate Hidalgo, 3 in the first half for Omar Gomez, and 2 for Jackson Parker. From the free throw line, Hooker 4 of 8 in the first half of play. And Kerr has got a deep ball club. Burge, the only player with multiple fouls. He's got 2, but again, that's not a concern at all at this point for head coach Todd Kerr. Check the scores from earlier today. The Mangum Lady Tigers losing in the opening round to Canute, and they will play tomorrow at 12:40 against Moreland. The Lady Cats losing 35-17 to Hooker. So Moreland and Mangum tomorrow at 12:40. This is on the girls' half of the bracket. Meantime, Canute will do battle with Hooker. They will play at 3:20 in the semifinals of the championship half of the bracket. Turpin has advanced as well. They beat Frederick 57-39. Frederick will play at 10 tomorrow morning against the loser of the Merritt Hollis game, which tips off after our contest. On the boys' side of things, Frederick and Moreland will play tomorrow in an 11-20 affair. That's a consolation semifinal. Moreland losing to Canute 38-37. Bearcats had a chance to win at the buzzer. Shot wouldn't go. So Canute advances. They'll take on a Turpin team that had a big lead on Frederick. Bombers came back late, made it close, 70-65. So it'll be Frederick and Moreland tomorrow at 11:20. Canute and Turpin at 4:40 tomorrow afternoon. The loser of this one will play at 2 tomorrow afternoon. They will do battle with the loser of Hollis and Merritt, our final game of the night. That on the boys' half of the bracket. Oh, by the way, the winner advances and plays at 7:20 tomorrow evening against either Merritt or Hollis. At the half, it's 38-11. Mangum trailing the Bulldogs of Hooker. You and I take a timeout. We'll come back to the 14th annual Merritt Invitational on Classic Hits 97.7.
Greer County Farm Bureau agents Mickey Lively and Rod Calhoun support high school sports. Mickey and Rod offer insurance for property, auto, casualty, life, commercial, and crop insurance. They're ready to serve you at 231 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Call 580-782-3827.
If you started college but haven't finished, you may feel like your story is already written. Remember, you're the author, and where your story goes from here is up to you. Finish your degree with Reach Higher at Western Oklahoma State College. Reach Higher can put you on a program path designed to help you earn your associate degree from Western. Start writing your next chapter today. Visit wosc.edu/reach to find out how. Reach Higher with Western Oklahoma State College. Call 580-477-7742.
Mangum Brick Company has been operating since the early 1900s. They're the largest private employer in Greer County. Mangum Brick is proud to support high school athletics radio broadcasts. And if you know of someone looking for work, always check with Mangum Brick, as they may be hiring.
Everyone wants to be on a winning team. That's why Great Plains Bank is a proud supporter of the Tigers. No matter what life may throw at you, Great Plains Bank has the play drawn up, and we're ready to go into overtime to win your business. What makes Great Plains Bank different is that we will make the extra push to get you to the goal line. When it comes to your family's finances, every play counts. So pick a teammate you can trust. We want you on our team because with customers like you, we are greater together. Great Plains Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Triad Home Health in Mangum is locally owned and offers nursing, physical therapy, occupational, wound care, IV therapy, and more. All administered by people who go above and beyond for you. Phone Triad Home Health today at 580-782-5800. That's 782-5800.
Second half about to unfold, 38-11. It is Hooker on top of Mangum, and walking with a purpose out of the locker room, head coach Nathan Pennypacker, and walking with a purpose and carrying the Gatorade bottles. His frustration, obviously, with his ball club and the offensive effort. And part of it is the defense tonight of Hooker. I don't want to take anything away from the Bulldogs, but, boy, over the last 6 quarters, Mangum has only been able to muster 35 points, and that's less than, 7 points a quarter. So you get the idea of the frustration. Frustration there for the kids as well. They will be on the defensive end, Will Mangum, to begin this third quarter of play. Bulldogs go to work on the right end of your listening and or viewing device and attacking the glass and scoring. Between two Tigers is Keelan Robinson. He's got 6 in the ball game, and the lead has grown to 40-11. Aiden Warner, along with Colton Earls, who has the ball right now, gets a screen from Ian Martinez. Daniel Bernal and Nate Augustine out on the floor for the Tigers. One and done. Shot no good. Rebound cleared off by Hidalgo. And the original 5 out there for this group from Hooker, and that includes Jackson Parker. Parker kicks left side. Burge for 3. It's an air ball, and Martinez will collect. And back the other way come the Tigers. Brandy Webb, Amanda Johnson joining us in the broadcast booth. Good to have you alongside, ladies. 3-ball dialed up here. No good, off the mark. With the rebound, Martinez. He'll put it up and miss it badly. May have had his shot changed by the long arm of Hidalgo. Hidalgo now on the offensive end. He'll attack the glass and lay it up and in. Nate Hidalgo now with 6 to the ball game, and another timeout going to be taken by Nathan Pennypacker, his 3rd of the ball game. 6:49 left in the period, 42-11, and we're back after this on Classic Hits.
Around here, we say go Tigers. This is Jacob Gilner from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. We love our Mangum Tigers, so suit up in your best and brightest orange, and we will see you at the games. Cattlemen's Bank is Tiger proud.
Well, right now, Nathan Pennypacker looking for some pride in his ball club. He has talked about his frustration, and he is one of the most patient young men I have met in a long, long time. But, you know, at some point, you know, that frustration gets there. And it's not that he thinks his kids are doing anything wrong or anything. He just knows that there's more there, and he wants to get that effort out of them. And there has been, I'll say this, there has been better effort here this afternoon and this evening. There were at times on Tuesday night, and I think the kids would be the first to admit it, that they just didn't really give it their all, and they're playing much harder here today, but playing a talented team, and you can't be perfect, but you've got to strive for as close to it as you can get when you take on clubs like this. And there's an example of what we're talking about, an errant pass going to be taken away, and on the steal, the Bulldogs will go to work. That's Clayton Martins with the basketball. He'll come into the front court now to Burge. Braxton back to Martins. At the right elbow, Hidalgo. He'll put the ball on the floor, back down Augustine, and good job by Nate to stay right with him and cause a turnover and a run out for Earls. Can Colton get there? He slides and may have hurt his knee. We'll get a foul. That will stop play. Yeah, Colton holding that right knee. He banged it pretty big time, and he is limping noticeably. A foul, by the way, on the play on Keelan Robinson, his first, and number 1 on the Bulldogs in the second half, and Earls is going to have to sit down. Boy, Colton really banged his knee hard, trying to keep that offensive possession alive. Bo Anderson has come back into the contest now for the Tigers. Daniel Bernal will lose the ball and then get clubbed from behind by Jackson Parker. And Parker, we talked about the thick body, the aircraft carrier type that he is. It's his first, and team foul number 2 on the Bulldogs in the second half. And Bernal, tough kid, but man, I mean, you got to have more than just rocks in your pockets with that guy colliding with you. Now a steal and a run out and a semi-left-handed dunk for Keelan Robinson. He's got 8 in the lead now 33 at 44-11. 5:50 and running here in this third period of play. Mangum trying to avoid playing in that semifinal consolation matchup tomorrow afternoon at 2. And they're going to have to start scoring points in a hurry. Again, with that defense of the Bulldogs, it's going to be tough. Bernal kicks it over the top to Martinez. Ian at the free throw line, back to Daniel. There's that mismatch. You'd think that he would be able to get around Parker, but give Parker credit for as big as he is. He moves extremely well. 5:15 shows on the clock. Martinez out high. Kerr going to clear his bench at the next dead ball. Anderson between the 2 circles, and again, just suffocating defense by this group from Hooker. Martinez is going to challenge, put up a shot, doesn't go. Good job by Daniel to go get the rebound, and a reset now for Bernal and company. His pass was kicked out of bounds. It will remain in the possession of the Tigers, and here come, 4 fresh bodies for this group from Hooker. John Davis will come in for the first time of the afternoon. Stalder has come back into the ballgame as well. I'll get the other 2 for you here in a moment. Martinez, he'll go to Warner. Aiden to Anderson. Bo sets, fires 3, doesn't get it to go. Long rebound picked up by Omar Gomez, who's come back in. Gomez into the front court. Anderson and Augustine will tie him up. We'll get a jump ball, and the arrow going to point the way of Mangum. So they'll get it on the alternate possession. Good job defensively that time by Mangum. And again, I think at this point, you'd love to see Mangum mount a comeback. I think right now Nathan Pennypacker is just looking for guys who want to play. Forget about the score. I want to see you go out and play. I want you to take shots. I want you to play defense. Martinez will attack the glass and lay it up and in. Good job by Ian. And that's the kind of thing that Coach Pennypack are looking for right now, because that's the first 2 points of the quarter, and we're at 4:15 left here in the third. 44-13, Mangum trailing. With his first touch of the afternoon, it was the aforementioned John Davis. He'll go to Duncan. Trace off the give and go inside. Shot came up short that time for Gomez. He thought he got fouled, and on the rebound, Mangum will throw it away. Ball picked up by Elijah Gribble, who has come into the contest. Gribble goes to Gomez. Omar, little bounce pass, good anticipation there by Augustine. Slapped it free, but Gomez able to pick it back up. Stalder thought about the three. He'll go to Gomez. 3:35 left here in the third, 44-13. Mangum turning things up defensively themselves. Off-balance shot on the run, and it goes for Trace Duncan. And again, when it's going good for you, those kind of shots go. When you're struggling like the Tigers have been the last couple of ball games, those are few and far between. 46-13, 3:15 left here, third quarter of play. Warner coming across the timeline. Aiden picked up, gives up the dribble. They'll go baseline now, give and go Martinez to Anderson, and Bo will lay it up and in. So Anderson will get his first two of the ball game. Lisa Wilson has joined us on the broadcast. She says, go Tigers. Lisa, good evening. Good to have you alongside. 3 minutes left here in the third quarter of play, 46-15. Bulldogs on top. Three ball going to be launched here by Duncan. No good, but Hooker gets the rebound and another offensive opportunity. Crossover move out high by John Davis. Can't do anything with it. He'll go to Duncan. Duncan pounds his way inside, puts up the shot. Didn't get it to fall. And the rebound, Nate Augustine. Like the defensive effort there. Didn't give it the cheapie inside. In fact, Bulldogs missed it. 2:30 and running here in the third. 46-15. Warner runs the offense out high. Mangum only able to muster 4 points in the period so far. Anderson tries to make it 7 with the three, and he does. So Bo Anderson with 5 unanswered for Mangum, and it's 46-18. 2:15 left here, third period. Gomez into the front court. Little give and go to Duncan. He'll lay it up with the left hand. Can't get it to go. Rebound, Stalder in traffic. Kicks over the top between the two circles, and a reset now to Davis. Davis going to give it up to Gomez, who will go inside on a give, go, and glass, and an easy two there for Elijah Gribble. So Gribble getting his first two of the ball game. And again, boy, when we got our scouting report from our friends out there in Hookerland, they told us that it's a deep bunch. Kerr will go really deep on the bench, and he has done that here this afternoon and this evening. The lead is 30 now for Hooker. 48-18, 90 seconds left, third period of play. Warner pops out, gives it up to Nate. Augustine draws the double team. He'll go back to Aiden. Tries to set a screen for Warner. Warner steps through. Martinez now here on the near side to Bernal. Daniel, nothing there. Back to Martinez and a reset of the offense. Kick left wing. Bo, three more on the way. That one won't go. The long rebound batted around a couple of times and last touched by Hooker. So Mangum will get it back. John Davis couldn't hold on to the basketball for the Bulldogs. Braxton Burge has come back in now for Hooker. And coming in for Mangum will be Odie Tellis. Looks like Martinez going to sit down, and he did. Anderson, the inbounds pass. Go to Odie. Tellis leaves it on the right side for Bo. Back up top, Aiden had to go through his hands. He went and retrieved it. Minute left here in the third. Augustine trying to go baseline, cut off by Stalder. Slade will fall down. We'll get a tie-up and a jump ball in the air, going to point the way of Hooker. Little double team on the weak side that time. And when Nate turned, he turned into the double team. That created the jump ball situation. By the way, speaking of Nate, his mother celebrated a birthday yesterday. So happy birthday to her a day late. And also, we made it Facebook official, but want to remind that our dear friend Pam Simmons celebrated her birthday yesterday. We're still checking with the tablets to determine her age. Carbon dating going on in association with that. Pam, you know I kid because I love you. How about that? Three ball. We talk about when it's going good for you. You throw something up from about 25 feet, you bank it in, and it goes. Trace Duncan did just that. 51-18. Yeah, and it is. I tell you, when you're scoring the 51 points, those shots go. When you're on the side that only has 18, they just don't rattle in for you. Blocking foul going to be called on the defensive end on Stalder, on Slade, and that will be his second of the ball game. And team foul number 3 on Hooker here in this second half. 10 seconds left in the third. Inbounds pass batted around the with 5 seconds left in the quarter. Bo trying to clear. Get it done. He'll up as time expires. Wouldn't have counted had it gone. We've played 3, 51-18. Hooker in control of Mangum on Classic Hits 97.7.
Hi, I'm Anna with Dapper 14 Boutique at 209 North Oklahoma in Mangum. I would like to wish everyone a Happy New Year and invite you to visit our store. We feature clothing and accessories in all sizes for all ages. Start the new year off right with something special from Dapper 14. Come see us or visit us on Facebook or at dapyr14.com.
Jamie's Auto is proud to sponsor Mangum Tiger sports coverage. When you need a new-to-you reliable vehicle, always remember to visit Jamie's Auto Sales on Lewis Tittle in Mangum. Jamie makes it easy to buy a great used car with 5 lenders available, and your new-to-you vehicle comes with a 3-month 4,500 GWC powertrain warranty. Talk about peace of mind. Remember Jamie's Auto in Mangum for your next vehicle purchase. And go Tigers!
When it comes to funeral homes, there are several to choose from. But choosing a funeral home that is locally owned offers the advantage of the local owners who are involved right here in the community, helping you during your time of need. Greer Funeral Home owners Carson and Stacy Van Zant are perfect examples of owners who offer that family-like connection that you'd expect from a friend and a neighbor. Greer Funeral Home in Mangum and Granite, providing dignity and respect.
Fourth quarter set to get underway, 51-18. It is on top here, the Hooker Bulldogs. It'll be Mangum ball to begin the fourth quarter. They go with Aiden Warner, Bo Anderson, along with Daniel Bernal, Odie Tellis, and Nathan Augustine, left it if you're listening and or viewing device, in their road black uniforms with the gray numerals and the orange trim. Warner going to go inside, had the shot blocked away from him, and a run-out opportunity now for Cleet Martins. Martins will lay it up and in, get fouled on the play, and we'll go to the line for an old-fashioned three-point play. Martins had 13 at the intermission. That's his first 2 of the second half, give him 15. And the foul called on Nate Augustine, his third. Team foul number 1. Is that right? Yeah, number 1 of the second half. Called against Mangum. Martin's free throw is up and in. So Cleet now with 16. He has almost equaled the Mangum scoring on his own. Walking it across the timeline, here is Aiden Warner. Kick right side, 3 on the way for now for the Tigers. Warner. Shot up and in. Good job of ball movement. This now for Augustine. 54-20. Minute gone by in the fourth. Tigers down by 34. A loss would put them back here tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock against the loser of tonight's Hollis and Merritt's game, which will be the last contest of the evening. Ball slapped out of bounds here. Last touch, they said, by Nate Augustine. So it will still be Hooker basketball. They're in their home white uniforms with the blue trim and blue numerals. 3-ball dialed up, did not fall for Robinson, but Keelan followed his shot, and he'll keep the offensive possession alive. Now a 3 going to be fired up by Trace Duncan, and that one will go. Duncan now with 8 in the ball game, including a couple of threes, and he has made it a 57-20 ball game. 6:30 and running in the fourth quarter of play. Aiden into the front court and had his ball taken away. That's Duncan on the steal. The run out, he'll lay it up with the left hand and score. Chase Duncan, 5 unanswered for Trace Duncan. Duncan now in double figures with 10, 59-20. Shelly was telling me that her favorite place to eat is Dunkin' Donuts. How about little as she is, and she likes Dunkin' Donuts? You got to love that. 2 minutes gone by in the fourth, 59-20. Bo thought about the 3. He'll put it on the floor at the free throw line, gets cut off, and resets now to Bernal. Near side to Warner. Tellis will step through. And again, that defense just unbelievably suffocating for the Bulldogs. Bernal, nice look inside to Tellis. He can't handle the pass. Taken away by Martins and company. And now a run out for Martins. He'll lay it up with the right-handed score. And a late whistle and a foul. And I believe they're going to get an 8 on that one. So Cleet Martins, a couple of runouts, a couple of layups, and a couple of three-point opportunities. He is slow to get up, but going to be okay. And that will be 4 on Augustine and 2 in the second half on Mangum. 61-20. Kerr will do a line shift and bring in fresh bodies for this group from Hooker. 5:40 left of the ball game. 3-point opportunity is there for Martins. And now Coach Kerr will take him out of the contest and bring back into the ball game John Davis. 62-20, 5:35 remaining. So we will have, in essence, a doubleheader tomorrow afternoon beginning at 12:40 for Mangum. The girls will take on Moreland at 12:40, and then the boys will play at 2 o'clock, and they will do battle either with Hollis or Merritt. 5:15 remaining here, and we appreciate you sticking with a 42-point ball game. And it doesn't matter what the score is, kids still playing hard and deserve the recognition, and we're glad that you're hanging in there. So we appreciate you, whether it's on the Facebook page or Tiger TV or old-fashioned radio. Classic Hits 97.7. 3 ball, too strong that time for Keelan Robinson. And check that, that's Omar Gomez. And the rebound taken away by Mangum. 4:45 and running in the fourth quarter of play. Pass fired inside to Augustine. He'll back down the defender, put it up with the left hand, but the shot came up short. And Jackson Parker with the rebound for the Bulldogs. Quickly into the front court. Here comes John Davis. Davis looks inside, goes to Burge. Braxton will miss the first attempt. Got his own rebound and put it back up and in. He's got a half a dozen, and the lead 64-20 with 4:20 remaining. Mangum, over the next 4:15, needs to get at least a couple of buckets to match the 24 points they scored on Tuesday night over at Snyder. Throw the ball away here. And on the offensive end, here comes Omar Gomez. Midway point, quarter number 4. And if you are the Mangum Tigers and head coach Nathan Pennybacker, this one can't end soon enough. Wraparound pass to Gomez. Gomez to the big-bodied kid, Parker. Jackson back over the top now. He will go to Elijah Gribble. So Todd Kerr telling his club to make at least a half a dozen passes before they ever think about shooting a shot. And they've done that this sequence, and it's taken nearly 40 seconds off the clock. Ball bobbled loose. Augustine had it for a minute, still on the floor. People are diving, trying to get free, and we'll get a travel eventually called. Good effort there by Braxton Burge, but he did roll over the basketball. Avery Johnson going to come into the contest now for Mangum. Also, Colby Sharp will check in for the first time in the contest. Got a couple of other substitutions for you. See if we can't check those out here for Mangum. Yes. Waving the white flag. Thank you, Dido. His head coach Nathan Pennypacker. Ball kicked there inadvertently. That'll be a reset now for Mangum. Mason Dreyer has come into the ball game now for the Tigers. And also checking in for Mangum, Coy Giddens. So we've got Giddens, we've got Dreyer, we've got Rogers, who just lost the basketball. Here's a run out now for the Bulldogs, and they can't hold on to it. Rogers is out there, as we mentioned, along with Sharp and Aiden Warner. 64-20, 3 minutes left in this one. Inside Avery. Rogers goes to Sharp. Off the rim, didn't get it to go. Put back Dreyer, he couldn't get it to go. Sharp will try, that won't go. He will fall and get fouled and maybe get a couple of shots here. I told you that we had a story about Avery and his dad, Mike. The foul, by the way, charged to Braxton Burge, his third, and the fourth called on Hooker in the second half of play. A couple of free throws for Colby. First one all the way good. Sharp will get one more. Saw Mike in the foyer earlier, and he had stitches in his neck, and I said, what's going on? He goes, oh, the wife finally got a hold of me. Whatever. Actually, about a week ago, Mike telling me he had neck surgery, and seems to be doing A-okay. So I've known Mike a long time, a good friend, and somebody that we admire and respect and appreciate his service to our country, and wish him a speedy recovery. But for a guy who's got stitches in his neck and had his neck fused last week at this time, looks remarkably well, doesn't he? 64-21. Parker put up a shot, couldn't get it to go. Burge with a rebound put back. That won't go. And Coy Giddens will climb the ladder and get the rebound for Mangum. 2:20 left in this one, 64-21. I haven't had a chance to talk about Promapalooza, but it will come up on January 28th. I want to remind all the young ladies in western Oklahoma that at Dapper 14, you'll be able to go there on that day, the 28th of January, a Saturday, and pick from over 50 prom dresses. You get treated like royalty. It's all free of charge. If you're interested in making a monetary denomination, if you're interested in making a monetary donation, you can certainly do that, and it is a 501c3, that Promapalooza thing, so it will be tax deductible. My good friends April Gerald's right in the middle of that and get a foul at the timeline. And that will stop play here and give me an opportunity to tell you to get a hold of April or Anna over there at Dapper 14. Just a great opportunity to help out. And what I like, April told me, she's because these gals going to show up on the 28th, and we're going to treat them like royalty. 3-ball put up here by Colby doesn't go, and it goes out of bounds. I think that's probably the biggest thing. The gleam in her eye when she was telling me about that. You could just tell how much that is something that is near and dear to her heart and enjoys greatly. Braxton Burge continuing to score points. It's 68-21, 65 seconds left in the ball game. Aiden Warner will go here to Giddens. Let's see if he can't get a three, get in the scoring column. Shot wouldn't go down, and the rebound going to be taken away by Omar Gomez. 50 seconds left, and you would almost hope that Kerr would tell his club to hold on to the ball, but they're not going to do that. Attacking the glass and laying it up and in, Slade Stalder. He's in double figures with 10, and it's 70-21. 35 seconds left in the ball game. Warner thought about the three. He'll go to Sharp, who does shoot the three. Front of the iron won't go. Dreyer with the rebound, and thought about putting up the shot, and then had the ball poked away from behind, taken away by Hooker. And maybe now they will just hold the basketball. 20 seconds left in the ball game. Yeah, they're going to. All right. Yeah. Todd Kerr says that's enough. Let's hold it for the final 15 seconds, and let this one come to an end. So for the second straight game, Mangum unable to muster 25 points. And they're going to lose this one by a final score of 70-21. 70-21, the final score. Hooker advances to the championship half of the bracket. Mangum will come back and play in the consolations tomorrow at 2. We'll wrap it up with your totals after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
Hi, Mangum Tiger fans. This is Jill Grauman with RE/MAX Property Place. If you need to buy or sell a property or a home in Mangum or anywhere in Greer County, just call me at 580-706-0259. You'll see lots of my signs around town because I get the results for my clients. I say, go Mangum Tigers.
Jill Grauman, RE/MAX Property Place. Always here, always helping.
Great food made fresh with the best ingredients possible under the direction of Chef George is what you'll find at the newly remodeled J&P Mexican Grill in Mangum. Now, if you haven't tried the Mexican and American favorites at J&P Mexican Grill, what are you waiting for? They're open Tuesday through Saturday for lunch, dinner, featuring homemade desserts. For takeout, call 580-706-5042 and like them on Facebook. J&P Mexican Grill in Mangum.
Hello, this is Ashley Slayton, family nurse practitioner with the JCMH Family Care Clinic in Mangum. We are friendly hometown folks and treat patients of all ages, newborns through adults, for wellness and sick visits, as well as management of chronic illnesses such as diabetes and high blood pressure. Call the clinic in Mangum at 580-782-3393 for an appointment today.
Jackson County Memorial Hospital.
Tough stretch right now for the Mangum Tigers as they lose this one. Final score 70-21. Mangum will play tomorrow at 2 o'clock. And check the numbers for the Tigers. But before we check the numbers, let's just say this. Make sure that you continue to support these kids, all right? They're out here playing. They're busting their butts. And for everybody who uttered the phrase after what we saw we did on Monday Night Football and said it's just a game, let's make sure that we keep that attitude, okay? That's all I'm going to say about that. Just keep that attitude, please. 6 in the ball game for Nate Augustine. Give 5 apiece to Bo Anderson and to Aiden Warner. 4 in the contest for Colton Earls and Colby Sharp with 1. Mangum from the free throw line, 3 of 6. Meantime, scoring all over the place for the Bulldogs. 19 for Cleet Martins to lead the way. 2 other players in double figures as Slade Stalder and Trace Duncan each had 10 apiece. Give 8 in the ball game to Braxton Burge and Keelan Robinson. 6 in the contest for Nate Hidalgo. 3 on the afternoon for Omar Gomez, and a pair of points for Elijah Gribble. And so they are now 5 and 3 on the year, are the Bulldogs of Hooker. So here's what we got for you tomorrow. It's a doubleheader that will get underway. At about 12:40 tomorrow afternoon, Mangum Lady Tigers will be playing in the consolation semifinals. They will do battle with Moreland. And again, that ball game at about 12:40 or so. And then meantime, the Tigers will come back and play immediately after that. They will get the loser of tonight's ball game between Hollis and Merritt. And that ball game, again, a back-to-back affair with the girls. So for our producer-engineer, Shelley Fox, I'm Michael Barnes. Remember, it's just a game, and these kids are playing their butts off, all right? We're back tomorrow for the 14th annual Coaches Classic, Coaches Against Cancer Classic at Merritt on Classic Hits 97.7.